Alright everybody, I want to show y'all a special item that I finally got. Look at this. Yes, the certified cup tilter t-shirt, now available in our Teespring store. The link will be down below. All my YouTube videos have the Teespring link. If you are a hand pour enthusiast or bait maker of any kind, grab one of those shirts, support the channel, and celebrate the lifestyle. You know, bait lure making is a lifestyle. Just like some people, their lifestyle is their instrument, their sport. This is our sport. So let me show you what I'm working on today. This is going to be like a really inclusive bait blog. We're going to be just running tons of random stuff over the next few days, but check out what I got going on here today. All right, yeah, so I've got my 6-inchers laid out here, and you can see, oh, look at that. That's not good. I have to put that back in place. So you can see I've been really layering some goodness here. Oop, out of focus. So I'll show y'all what I'm going for. This is a color that I've done, and I'm trying to reproduce it. This bad boy right here. So I got to put some orange up in the heads. But, you know, just kind of take a close look at that. And here's sort of how I did that one before. But I don't write recipes down because I like to sort of recreate something a little bit different every time. So this is sort of like a test for me to test my color building knowledge of even my own colors and consistency. Can I reproduce something consistently? So now we got to mix up some orange. And I think I got some plastic ready here. Yeah, so I need to do like a burnt orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this dead on orange here. And this stuff is really thick. So I probably only need like 2 drops. Oh, 3. Oh no. So if you ever get too many drops, just spoon one out. Or spoon some of it out. That's how I like to do it. To just get rid of some pigment. In case I think I have too much in there. Ugh. Hear all those bubbles? Must have been some moisture on this spoon. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. And then to make it burnt orange, I just want to add a drop of black. So just 1 drop of black here. Now watch this. Boom, burnt orange. So now we have that. And actually, I might brighten that with some yellow. All right, so I'm just filling in those heads there. This is completely the wrong way to do this, but we're going to do it anyway, just to show you guys. Yeah, we're just filling in those heads with a little bit of orange there. Just like that. So that's a pretty good match, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the rest of these out, and then I'll probably show them to you when they're done. And then we'll put some eyeballs on and just continue with whatever we are doing in this video. I'm leaving it wide open. I don't have really any preconceived things that I want to do. We're just going to get creative. That's the whole point. All right, these are done. Let's see how they did. Got to kind of break it apart. Which side is it going to come out on? That side. Ooh. Ooh la la. Yes. That is very close to the original. Not going to be exact. But how about that? Yeah. Beautiful. All right, I'd say that was a success. Now we just need to pick out some eyeballs, and that's, to me, like the best part. Is really matching an eye that just, boom, makes a great pour into a greater pour. All right, got all the swim baits laid out there. And now it's time to look at some eyes. So anytime I'm going to do a really involved hand pour like this, I'm not going to put crummy, cheap eyes on it. So I'm going to look at Jetson eyes, of course. So this is the Spectrum eye. It's got some of that gold in there. This is one of my favorites. It's called Chick Green. And then this is the Steelhead. So in the picture that we looked at a minute ago, on this pour, I was using the steelhead eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out 3 of these baits, and I'm just going to kind of throw 3 different eyes on there and kind of look at which one I want to use. Okay, so here's what I have. So there is the spectrum eye. There's the chick green in the middle, and then there is the steelhead. So a lot of times this is how I'll choose an eye. I'll just kind of throw them in there without glue on. And I have to say I'm going to go with the steelhead again. Welcome back, everybody. It's another day of this blog here, and I have something really neat on the hot plate right now. So whenever those are done, I'm gonna let y'all see something that you have not seen on this channel in probably over a year now. All right, so while those swim baits over there are still cooking, I want to do some injection, and I want to do it in one of my favorite colors. I have so much fun making this color. I have a green pumpkin and a blue. MF Dark Watermelon, Lure Works Phthalo Blue. Any guesses what we're doing? You guys know. Here is some Okee-Magic. Any of y'all ever feel like it just takes an eternity for your plastic to cook up? Especially when you're doing like 2 cups in there. Ugh, just sitting around waiting. Alright, so we got out the pneumatic air clamp system. Even though we're just doing just a few molds here and not a ton of plastic, this is just so much easier and more convenient and safer. You know, not only do you have heavy PSI clamping your molds tight so that you can't flash them, it also can't tip over. So sometimes when you're just doing a mold by itself, sometimes accidents happen and you might tip the mold over, and that can lead to plastisol burns and other accidents. Now let's mix up some color. We've got our dead on plastic swim bait blend mixed out, and let's build some color here. Alright, so we have the blue side mixed in, and now we just need to put this dark watermelon in there, and we need to put a lot of it. This stuff is very, very thin. So we need to put like the equivalent of like 100 drops, maybe even more. But this stuff is beautiful. Oh, plastic's still a bit in gel phase there. That's okay. At least that means we didn't overcook it. Better to be undercooked than overcooked, because you can always put it back in the oven, so to speak. Yeah, really get some more of that in there. Beautiful. And now we just need some flakes. So let's see. Dark watermelon side is going to get some medium black flake. Yeah. And it's also going to get some medium gold flake. This is what makes it Okee-Magic rather than just Okee Crawl. But they're basically the same thing. One just has a bit more sparkle to it. So the blue side, it's going to get some small silver, and it's also going to get some medium blue flake. At least I'm pretty sure this is how I do this color. It's been a few months. Boom. Just like that. So let's get these stirred up for y'all. Oh yeah, roll that beautiful mixing footage. This is the best part of bait making right here. It's just watching your 2 colors come to life. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, here we go. That's just the best. Oh, that is looking good already. All right, let's check some of these out. We've got a lot of weird bright lighting coming in. It's that time of the afternoon when the sun shines like directly into my shop, which can make lighting a little challenging. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I wish y'all could see this in person, because it truly is stunning. In fact, let me go ahead and yank that one off, flip it over so that you can see both sides here. Just like everything else in life, there's two sides to every story, right? There's the two sides. And anyone who's watched my channel for any real length of time has no doubt probably seen me run Okee-Magic before. But it's just one of those colors that I always keep coming back to, because look at it. Golly. Okay, I'm gonna say it. This is my favorite laminate injection color. Yes, there are the grass grenades. Oh, got too close. Yes, 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 yes. This is one of those colors that you don't really need a recipe. Like, I don't just measure it out. You just do everything to taste, and it works. Round 2 on those Ecto Craws. Yes! It's literally better than Christmas. Look at that. Yeah, little round 2 action on the stingers. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love how it kind of makes an aqua color. And, you know, you're starting to see a lot of guys adapt a similar recipe on their Okee Craw and Okee-Magic. They're using that MF Dark Watermelon because it blends so well with blue. So if I was to use my other green pumpkins, to me it just kind of wouldn't have quite this much vibe. So we had just a little bit of plastic left over in the cups, so I just kind of randomly dumped it in the new Ginger Ninja mold just to see how I like this color in an open pour, and I like it. I'll have to figure out a way to do this a little bit better, but yeah, kind of cool. Alright, so here's what we wound up with. So we're gonna count the grass grenades here. So there's 1 sprue, 2 sprue, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a little much for one hand, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There you go. So what is that? 36? Something like that? Alright. So there we have the Ecto Craws. And then our stingers. Grass grenades. Very cool. Alright, let's look at some swim baits. Okay, and here are the swim baits from the very beginning of the video when I kind of showed them to you before they were actually poured and finished. So really, really beautiful pattern here. Matched really well with that Jetson steelhead eye. You can see lots of color blending in those layers, and just a beautiful, beautiful color. I love that little hint of burnt orange up at the heads. If you notice how subtle the orange is, to me that's very natural. That's more natural than if it looked like it had just been painted on with a crayon and oversaturated. So those are some of the things that I work on, is trying to blend color naturally. And, you know, I think a lot of that is not doing too much, not putting too much in there. I think that really makes them look natural. I don't know. There's no other way to say it. So anyway, that's how those turned out. All right, so for the molds that were cooking a little bit earlier, I threw it back to an old method, an old technique that I like to call the Drizzle method. But we did it a little bit more natural this time and a little less flashy and showy. Let's see how we did. Drum roll, please. Let's see if these turned out. See if I can get it to separate here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at this madness here. So we threw down the black drizzle first, okay? And then we skin poured this sort of blue in the heads. And in fact, this is the same green and blue from the Swimbaits that we looked at earlier from the very beginning of the video that had the Jetson steelhead eyes. The ones that were layered and had the little orange in the front. This is actually the same exact plastic. This is just a completely different take on it, a completely different technique, a completely different result. And just to touch on that real fast, here are the two baits using the same colors. So the green and blue in these on the right side is the same green and blue that you see in the heads and the body. So basically, you know, just two completely different looking baits centered around some of the same colors. You know, the ones on the right have the black, blue, and green. The Drizzles have the black, blue, and green. You know, just kind of different ways to use some of your same leftover plastic. So, yeah, really cool eyes on there. And I think both of those turned out pretty cool. You know, one thing I'll say about the Drizzle method, you know, that was, I think the first video I did on that, or maybe the only video I did on this, was about a year ago now, last May, I believe. And, you know, it's a super fun technique. If you want to see a little bit more about how to do this, check out that video. I'll link it in the description. You know, the drizzling is a really fun method that allows you to almost get sort of that random stenciled effect that a lot of airbrush painters use. And, you know, and it's not too difficult to do. You know, the first couple times, you know, you're just dipping your knife or stir rod or any apparatus in plastic, and you're just kind of letting it drizzle into the mold. And that's how you get that random kind of splotchy pattern. And, you know, of course, you can take it to the extreme. This is a more simple, I guess, way to do it. You know, I only did one color here. I only drizzled the black. But you can layer it. So just like I layered a lot of colors in these orange throats here on the right, you know, you can do that with your drizzling. You can layer lots of colors and really turn it into a nice little layer cake. So, you know, just with any technique in lure making, you can take it to the extreme. And real quick, before we wrap up the bait making segment of this video, because I do have a little blog footage that I'm going to feature towards the end of this video, I kind of wanted to show y'all some other recent pours. This, the one on the right, I really love. I basically developed it to match those Jetson crappie eyes, and it's sort of like a nice little chartreuse gray and brown pattern. And then these right here, these were really difficult to get those colors to blend naturally like that. I think a lot of times people tend to oversaturate things and they want to make something just bright and flashy, but that's not necessarily how nature always does it. And you can see those colors, they play really nice together in that one. They're not all competing for attention. You know, this one's certainly a little bit brighter and flashier. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this portion. Here's the Okee-Magics that we did. So nice little spread of goodies there. Well, there's Landon playing on the steps. It's our annual Jones family crawfish boil day. Yeah, we're talking about you, Landon. Let's go look at those crawfish. All right, here they are, folks. This is the real thing. And, you know, trying to hand pour, you know, we're always trying to do like realistic patterns. I think that's what's important, is to try to make something that at least halfway looks like nature. But I mean, just look at all the color details. I mean, these are incredible. So, you know, that's something to strive for, is to make realistic crawl patterns. You know, a lot of people do the fire crawl, which is really popular. Look how big this one is. So, you know, and then like you can do some cool stuff in like the new Ninja mold. So anyway, we're cutting up some vegetables and, you know, corn, potatoes, sausage, all of that stuff, lemons, garlic. And I'll meet y'all back whenever we dump these in. Somebody get Big Bird out of here with his Saints shirt.
Everybody loves some Big Bird.
I know. Everybody thinks you're like so attractive. Like all my audience is like, Big Bird is so sexy.
Okay?
Are you sure she finds you attractive?
Set them in there slow.
All right, here's the big moment. Crawfish are going in. Yeah, it's a full house over here at the crawfish boil. We have a couple friends and all their youngins over. It's nice to be able to get together again. You know, last year we couldn't do our crawfish boil, but this year we're going after it. So, yeah, wave for the camera, buddy. That's Big Bird's little boy right there. That's my little boy Landon. And we're about to get these out of the pots. All right, make sure. Oh, whoa!
Donnie, just get on there.
Donnie, get down there and make sure those crawfish.
Avery, man up. I will not let one of those fall off.
Oh, it's just the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas,
Crawfish, y'all.
Christmas gets all the love, but this is the best time.
All right, Avery. How do you open and eat a crawfish? How does that go?
Just like this.
What'd you?
What a wuss.
That's how you know you took a good hit.
That's where it all started. Right there.
Next one's only one.
I made my first bait in that garage, and it was horrible. Well, all right, everybody. The crawfish boil last night was awesome, and today's the next day, so I just wanted to film a quick little outro. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Again, a little bit of a bait blog, just kind of showing a few things basically that I did over the last few days, well, over the weekend really. And you know, the crawfish boil is like the best day of the year in my family, so I wanted to show y'all just a little bit of that. And anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends. We are still on the road to 100,000. Hopefully we can get there one day before I kick the bucket. Long time from now, hopefully. But anyways, we will catch you guys next time, guys and gals. Thanks so much for being here today, and we'll catch you in the next one.